trip to Manchester. Annoying and yet strange.
Do you know what? I've seen us play games, Bournemouth, Watford, where we deserved nothing out of the game and we got beaten and deserved to get beat. The 2 games against Barca and Manchester United, I felt we deserved at least to beat Barca. I say at least, but we were much better than them. I didn't think we deserved to get beaten by Manchester United. So it's the first game this season we've been beaten, and I felt that we didn't deserve to lose.
Agreed. Another very good goal set up brilliantly by Hazard. Worth another look, this.
Do you know what? I was in the studio with Frank and Tommy doing wherever they may be. None of us saw that pass. I'm looking at Morata, who's on the wide left, but it did remind us a little bit of that brilliant pass. Beautifully weighted, the pair of them, both coming in at a very similar angle. Very different finishes. The little dink from Ramirez, and he's gone for power. Both Brazilian, 2 very different finishes.
Which is better? The pass, I mean.
Do you know, Hazard is on his weaker left foot. Frank is going away from goal. Which was the better pass? I don't know. Why don't you tell us what the better pass was? Then let us know and comment below.
Comment below along here. Morata, VAR, we have to touch on it. Very marginal. I mean, even now, you're looking at the line, you're thinking
VAR,
his foot's there.
Yeah, listen, if VAR was brought in, it's got to be a clear and obvious error. That's not clear and obvious. He's probably onside, but it's inconclusive.
We've had the boffins working on it and put the lines on it. This is what it looks like.
Yes, he's on, clearly on there, Ben.
I'd say inconclusive. So, another trip to Manchester coming. Chelsea TV cameras have brought us some lovely, rare, snowy footage from the training ground. Eden Hazard, even accurate with that. I mean, poor Dave, but well done him for that. I mean, God knows what this is. What's this?
Well, that's brilliant goalkeeping. There's also a warm-up session there. Can't quite get down to your bow. It's cold, but you know what? The pitch looks perfect.
This was slightly earlier in the week when it was just quite bad.
Look at the pitch, it's perfect.
Willian,
Ooh, around the world.
Isn't he playing well at the moment?
Absolutely. Form is, certainly the form he's been in at Chelsea. And Hazard, you know, and the way these little flicks and how they come off on a Saturday and a Sunday, here is why he's loving it. Look at his face. He really enjoys playing, doesn't he? And there's some nice finishes. One there.
Trevor Chalobah, fabulous wallop. Morata, bang.
Should score though.
Yeah, right up the middle. Good camera angle. Nice stuff here from the training ground, and a full week to prepare, which they don't normally get. Well, you might say need it ahead of a trip to the champions-elect Manchester City, but hopefully it will all stand us in good stead. Now, Cesar Azpilicueta. To be fair, he's outed himself on this front. Osasuna, 11 years ago, his debut. Look at the state of the Barnet. It's a good mullet, that, Jason.
It's a fine mullet, and it's not escaped the notice of a couple of ex-Chelsea players.
Frank Lampard saying Aspi #mullet, which leads us to the latest Chelsea debutant. Kyle Scott came on against Hull, and he, to be fair to him, has relentlessly sported this same do for years throughout the academy. Since I first saw him when he was about 14, he had this look.
#debut, #mullet.
Yes, it's a fantastic do, and well done him. Like Jerry Francis, steadfastly refusing to change the style, and it did bring to mind a few famous Chelsea long at the back do's of the past. We'll start with this one, Cundy.
Yeah, that's when I had Barnet. I've got a bigger 4-head or 5-head there than I have now.
That's good, and so was Kyle's, and so was Aspie's, but it doesn't compare to the late, great Ian Britton.
Wow.
Wonderful Shawaddy Waddy.
That is a beauty.
And his good mate from that same team, and our friend and colleague, Clive Walker.
They must have got the same barbers.
It's amazing. It's a proper Kentucky waterfall mud flap, as they would probably call it on the other side of the pond.
That takes some cultivating.
I mean, it's
That takes
amazing.
care.
Okay, time for some academy footage. This is literally inside the academy, not the show Jason and I used to do, but actually inside the building. This is in their little workspace there, obviously taking their study time very seriously. Billy Gilmore, look at this, Jason.
That's a lovely piece of
Billy
skill.
Gilmore.
He's pleased with it, and so he should be. Just got enough underneath it, just so it dipped into the open bin.
Yeah, he's a good player. And he's been successful again with the Youth Cuppers who played Fulham, but before that, they played away at Fulham in the league on Friday, staying 6 points clear. Only one goal on this occasion. Charlie Brown scored it, but just watch out for Marcel Lavinio, does the assist with his head there. Where's the sniper, Jason? He ran in the wrong direction as well. Nice finish, Charlie Brown. Very like Alvaro Morata's, actually, that he hit the bar with at Man United. So, just a few days after that, they go to Fulham again. Craven Cottage this time, live on Chelsea TV. Quarter-finals, the holders, and actually, it was 0-0 at half-time. And then in the second half, it was frighteningly good. 6 goals. Hudson-Odoi heavily involved, having been quite well shackled before that. But some very impressive stuff here. This is Hudson-Odoi again.
Nice, really nice. Tough skill there.
And Martel Taylor-Crossdale comes off the bench. Callum sets him up here for 3-0. Then we have this moment. Mark Gurhey's been brilliant this season. A rare mistake from him there. That is Timmy Abraham, younger brother of Tammy, getting a penalty. Jamie Cumming couldn't really get out of the way, and then made that brilliant stop. And Reece James with the block, so the sheet stayed clean. Well done them. Up the other end, great work from Billy Gilmore, all that practice with the water vault. Look at this from Dujon Sterling. You're not expecting that.
Nice. Beautiful. Well played.
4-0. He came off the bench as well. I mean, how strong is that a 3-time youth cupper is coming off the bench? Martel header from the excellent Tariq Lamptey's cross for 5-0. So he's on a hat-trick. And he got the hat-trick because Lamptey here, nice, right at the end, nice, wins a penalty. He's brilliant, this boy, Tariq Lamptey. Watch him with us live on Chelsea TV. He wins the penalty there. And Martel, off the bench, hat-trick, 6-0.
Yeah, well done then. We spoke, didn't we, last week or the week before about the pressure that Jodie's put himself under and those players, bearing in mind what they did last season. You know,
and the year before, and the year before, and the year before.
Pressure comes with pressure, and they're dealing with it exceptionally well, so good luck to them as well.
2 legs against Birmingham in the semi-final, getting through, that's the best bit. The second best bit was this, 2 Fulham players clearing the way for Tariq Lamptey.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bang! I mean, that's a bit little v large as well, isn't it? There's a bit of a mismatch in size.
Brilliant. OK, Chelsea ladies next. 1 point clear of Man City, who'd lost the weekend before. They took them on. Could have gone 4 points clear, but it was another frustrating away day in Manchester, as it turned out. That began brilliantly, Jason. Cracking goal from Millie Bright for 1-0 there.
Nice finish.
Wasn't it, Justin?
Yeah,
she doesn't get many. First in almost a year for Millie. Got even better halfway through the first half. That's G making it 2-0. So at this point, looking really good for going 4 points clear.
Not Ben, it's always one of those horrible leads. You think you're in more control than you actually are.
But yeah, City pulled one back very quickly after the restart, and then an absolute ripper 4 minutes from time, making it 2-2. But still, top 7 to play, and 1 point clear of Man City, the way it stands. Right, time for
Game of Nose.
Casey Palmer is doing well already for Derby, promotion push and all. He came off the bench to score the other day. Well, now he started and scored as well, so well done him. Mason Mount has scored again for Vitesse. Michy Batshuayi for once didn't score for Dortmund and posted this. He's getting rid of the blonde bits because he didn't score. And Tammy Abraham.
Tammy's what? Oh, maybe not.
No, maybe not. Cheers, he says, from the Premier League, who've taken off what looked like a very good goal, apart from the fact he blatantly handballed it in the build-up, if you saw it. It was a consolation goal, if you like, in their defeat, Swansea's, that is, to Brighton. And they've given it as a Lewis Dunk own goal. Seems a little bit harsh. That's it for Game of Fame. OK, trivia time. And we asked you last week, Pat Nevin and I, how many times had Willian hit the woodwork this season? More than any other Chelsea player. The answer was 6. This week's question involves this weekend's first team game.
It does indeed. OK, now, Chelsea and Manchester City played out for the very first time for both clubs an historic game. What is it and what made it so special? OK, there you go.
It was quite a long time ago.
That's enough clues.
It was at Main Road.
That's enough clues.
That's all we're going to say. This year, they've had a midweek match. Yes, they're strong. Yes, they've got a cup in the bag.
Listen, they're going to win the title. They've already got a cup in the bag. They've had 2 games between the last game that we've played. If there's one team that can go to Manchester City and win, I fancy us to go and do that. Tell you why. This could well be a dress rehearsal for the way that we're going to play against Barcelona. And I think the way we played out here and come so close to beating Barca, that is the way to play. The question is he going to play Morata to go to false number 9?
I was about to ask you that question.
We'll have to wait and see exactly what he does there. The closer we get to Barcelona, it kind of feels as though Morata could start, bearing in mind he's used to that style of football, La Liga. and I think maybe his style will suit. Wouldn't surprise me if the team that starts against Manchester City is the team that starts against Barca.
Our betting partners, William Hill, are giving you a very generous 4-1 on Chelsea to win this game. It's not often Chelsea are 4-1 to win any game of football, and hey, did it last year and went on to win the league. And Pep's only beaten Chelsea once, ever. See you next time. Man City versus Chelsea. Guardiola versus Conte.